What if I told you that the clothes you're wearing, the phone you're using, and the food you're eating are all products of capitalism? Yes, capitalism. A concept that's woven into the very fabric of our lives, shaping our choices, our opportunities, and our world. From the humble cup of coffee to the cutting-edge smartphone, capitalism is the invisible hand guiding the market. Are you intrigued? Then stick around as we delve into the fascinating world of capitalism. Capitalism wasn't born overnight. It's a system that has evolved over centuries. It's like a tree that grew from a small seed, nurtured by the winds of change and the rains of necessity. Our journey begins in the Middle Ages. The seed of capitalism was sown with the decline of feudalism. As towns and cities flourished, so too did trade and commerce, giving rise to a merchant class. This was the dawn of the market economy, where goods were bought and sold based on supply and demand. Fast forward to the 17th and 18th centuries. The sapling of capitalism was now a young tree, growing steadily during the era of mercantilism. Nations were accumulating wealth and the concept of private property was gaining ground. Then came the Industrial Revolution, a tempest that shook the world. The tree of capitalism grew rapidly, reaching new heights. This period saw a massive shift from agriculture to industry and manufacturing. Entrepreneurs rose to prominence, harnessing the power of mechanization, and wealth began to accumulate in ways never before seen. The 20th century ushered in modern capitalism. The tree was now fully grown, its branches spreading wide. We saw the rise of corporations, the stock market, and consumer culture. Capitalism had become the dominant economic system, influencing every corner of the globe. So, capitalism has come a long way since its inception, but what exactly is it? At its core, capitalism is an economic system where private entities own and control the means of production. This might sound a bit dry, but it's actually an incredibly dynamic and vibrant system. Let's break down the key features. Firstly, we have private property. This doesn't just mean your house or your car. In a capitalist system, private property refers to the factories, the machinery, the software, and all the other tools that are used to make things. These are owned by individuals or businesses, not by the government or the community. Next up, there's voluntary exchange. This is the idea that people are free to buy, sell, and trade goods and services with each other on their own terms. You want to buy a coffee? You hand over your money and in exchange you get your caffeine fix. It's a simple transaction, but it's the lifeblood of a capitalist economy. Then we have competition. In a capitalist system, businesses are constantly vying for your hard-earned cash. They compete on price, on quality, on innovation. This competition drives them to constantly improve their products and services, and it's one of the things that makes capitalism so dynamic. Last but not least, there's the profit motive. This is the idea that the possibility of making money provides an incentive for people to work hard, take risks, and innovate. The opportunity to turn a profit encourages businesses to come up with new ideas, create new products, and find more efficient ways of doing things. So, how do these elements work together? Well, private property provides the tools, voluntary exchange provides the transactions, competition drives innovation, and the profit motive provides the incentive. Together, they create a system that is constantly changing, growing, and evolving. It's a system that has its flaws, no doubt, but it's also a system that can generate incredible wealth and prosperity. These are the basics of capitalism, but like any system, it's not without its critics. Capitalism is not without its detractors. Critics argue that it can lead to inequality and exploitation. Now let's delve into these criticisms. One of the most prominent criticisms of capitalism is wealth inequality. Capitalism, by its very nature, allows for individuals to amass vast amounts of wealth, while others may struggle to make ends meet. This disparity in wealth distribution can create vast socio-economic chasms within societies. Another major criticism revolves around the exploitation of workers. Critics argue that capitalism encourages businesses to maximize profit, often at the expense of their employees. This can lead to low wages, poor working conditions, and a lack of job security. Then there's the environmental angle. Critics contend that the relentless drive for profit and growth inherent in capitalism can lead to overconsumption, resource depletion, and environmental degradation. They argue that capitalism's short-term focus often overlooks the long-term sustainability of our planet. But it's not just criticisms. There are ongoing debates about the merits and drawbacks of capitalism. Some believe that the competitive nature of capitalism fosters innovation, efficiency, and economic growth. Others counter that these benefits are not equally distributed, and that capitalism can lead to economic instability, boom and bust cycles, and even financial crises. Indeed, capitalism is a complex and controversial topic. But it's not all black and white. It's a system that has its pros and cons, its supporters and critics, and these debates continue to shape our understanding and application of capitalism today. Capitalism is not a one-size-fits-all system. It comes in many shapes and sizes. Let's take a brief tour around the world to explore some of its variations. First stop, laissez-faire capitalism, a term from the French that means let do. This version champions minimal government intervention, letting the invisible hand of the market guide economic activity. Picture a bustling bazaar, where traders and customers haggle freely, without a supervisor in sight. This is laissez-faire capitalism at its finest. Next, we venture into the realm of welfare capitalism. Here, the state plays a more active role, providing social services and benefits to ensure economic stability and equality. Imagine a society where the government ensures everyone has access to healthcare, education, and basic welfare, while businesses continue to compete and thrive. That's welfare capitalism in a nutshell. Finally, we encounter state capitalism. This is where the government controls key sectors of the economy, while allowing private enterprise to operate in others. It's like a chess game where the state controls the queen and rooks, but lets private businesses play the other pieces. From the US to Sweden, from China to Singapore, each country puts its own spin on capitalism, adapting it to fit its unique cultural, political, and economic landscape. In conclusion, capitalism is a dynamic and adaptable system that continues to shape our world in countless ways.